Hello guys, welcome into today's crypto technical analysis. Today we are going to discuss only BTC price action. I really hope that you enjoy and learn from this video. And as usual, you will get a key educational content with a clear levels, which will help to take your own trades. And as usual, hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you do not miss the daily updates. Now without wasting time, let's start. Under the lower time frame, you can see it, either we're in the consolidation or in the bear zone. So we are getting a mixed signal. Let's start by looking at the weekly time frame. As you can see, we closed last night the weekly candle and it doesn't look exciting. However, I want to draw your attention in the last couple of weeks. As you can see, since the January top, when we reached $42,000, we had a little bit of correction and then we start moving up. 3 weeks non-stop with the green candles. Another 1 week of correction with this bear engulfing candle, and then in the last 2 weeks you saw two green candles. However, at the same time, you can see from the January top, which was 42,000, the volume is declining, and that's not really a good sign. And at the same time, we talked in this channel many times about this higher highs and then lower highs, potential bear divergence on the RSI, and it is playing out perfectly as expected. Moving on to a daily time frame. On the daily time frame, as you can see, the volume, same as a weekly time frame, keep declining, while the price is keep printing a higher highs. That's also a concerning under a daily time frame. So we don't need a volume anymore. If you remember, we have full 1 month consolidation from the beginning of the September and first week of the October. And once we broke clean breakout, as you remember, that was 10,800 and 11,000 area. Since then, we kept pumping. When we reached nearly all-time high, if you remember, in this region, the market actually dumped. And we had a V-shaped recovery. 3 weeks, I believe, a consolidation. And we had a clear levels. If you're following me on this channel, we had a clear levels at around 19,700, 19,900. As soon as we broke, and as you remember, up until all the way $42,000, I provided 12 target prices, and we reached one by one all of them with a 95% plus success rate. And then we saw a decent correction in the market, which it took a nearly 1 month. If you remember, from the previous all-time high, you can see it, 112% profit. The next breakout gave us 91% profit, where, if you remember, as I said, 1 month of consolidation and then clear breakout took place. We went all the way up again. And as you remember, we had a target level was around Fibonacci level 56,500, 57,500. We reached the target zone with a $1,000 difference. So here we saw a first consolidation, and the next consolidation took place right in the January month, and then next consolidation took place literally in the February. So this consolidation took about 2 weeks. So then we had around 32% profit. So what I'm trying to show you is, when we see longer period consolidation, you will see a bigger move, either downside or towards upside. So the next consolidation, you see it, and then price pumped really nicely, 115%, 90%, but calculate the time of the consolidation too. So over a month, nearly a month, and then 2 weeks, and then we had a nearly 35% pump. So at the moment, what we are seeing in the market is the volume is declining. We are keep printing in the last couple of weeks under a daily time frame as well as the weekly time frame a bear divergence, and volume, as I said, is decreasing. So we've been consolidating within this price range. As soon as we reach the all-time high, we've been consolidating around 10 days. However, the question is how long we're going to consolidate before the next movement. We're going to answer to this question in a minute. I would like to share with you a few patterns. Under a daily time frame, I saw this a rising wedge pattern. So it acted as a resistance twice, also number of times as a support, supported. Last support took place beginning of the March. So the question is, as you see already in this channel, I will always look for the more than one confirmation. The question is whether it's going to match with either my horizontal support or resistance lines or the Fibonacci levels. So that's the question that you need to answer when you work with this type of patterns. However, on this channel we've been following this parallel channel, and that actually played out perfectly than the rising wedge. And as you can see, I showed many times that this parallel channel, it matched with our horizontal support and resistance as well as the Fibonacci levels. So here we go. As you can see, this is very important horizontal resistance line above us. Number of times, as you can see, we're kept failing to break this horizontal lines, and again that comes on our way of the median channel of this parallel channel. It does match with our resistance line, and this resistance line, I kept mentioning, it's very important. It matches the Fibonacci at the same time. So we've got support 2 on the lower time frame, you can see clearly, and that matched with our lower line of this parallel channel. And as you remember, we had a target level, and this target level exactly matched with our upper line of this parallel channel. So this is how I work, and this is what I look when I do technical analysis. Moving on to a 4-hour time frame. Before we move on to the 4-hour time frame, I did an important update via Twitter account about this symmetric triangle. If you're not following me, you can follow me at CryptoMagnate8. So instant updates will be always via Twitter. Again, this is the second pattern. If you're a pattern trader and under a lower time frame, someone asked me whether I can see an ascending triangle under a 1-hour time frame. I tried to look into it, however I couldn't find it, but in the last couple of days I've been following this symmetric triangle under a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, it acted perfectly as a resistance, resistance, resistance 3 times. And from the downside, we saw it 4 times it acted as a resistance. In the end of the day, you can see it. We had this resistance line of the 60,300, 58,100. We've been following this line over a week now. Same applies to the support level 1. These 3 support and resistance we've been following in the last week or so. So that means before we formed this symmetric triangle, we had already our horizontal support and resistance lines. Alongside those matched, I showed you many times that these levels match exactly, as you can see, very important levels of the Fibonacci levels, 0.5. This Fibonacci level, as you remember, we took it from the swing low around 46,300 and then all the way up to the swing high, recent all-time high, $61,806. So it played out perfectly. As you can see, we got rejection, number of rejection from the 0.5 Fibonacci level, golden zone. Lower line of the support level, it matched with our main golden pocket of 618. Second one, 0.5. The next one, support 2, lower line of the support 2, it matched with our mirror image of the 618. That's going to be 382 level. So if you're following me on this channel, you know already, I look confluence, make sure it has to match my horizontal support resistance lines with my Fibonacci levels. So as you can see, no matter what patterns are we going to follow, our horizontal support and resistance lines comes way before than these patterns. But at the same time, if you are a pattern trader, you need to be careful and you have to follow the horizontal support and resistance lines. So even though you're a pattern trader, we had these, as I said, horizontal support resistance lines. So we've got rejected from very important level of the Fibonacci. At the same time, we had a horizontal resistance line. We got stuck, as I said, in the last 48 hours. I've kept saying that since the last week of Tuesday video, which was 15th of March, I believe, that I said we're going to be, if under 2-hour time frame we cannot break the resistance line above us, then we will be under the consolidation territory. So as you can see, we are consolidating nicely within this between support and resistance lines. So in the last 48 hours, I kept mentioning that we're going to be inside this support level of 57,800 and 55,800 level. So there is not much going on at the moment. When we look into a 4-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame looks healthy and bullish. Before we move on, if you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense mentorship is available. That only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master. Moving on to 2-hour time frame, not much going on. Yesterday we were around this area, and as I said, we should hold this level of lower line of this support level, and we will go all the way up. However, as I said, because lower time frames was a bearish, and we will see a rejection right from this level. And as you see, we went all the way up. First retest came, we hold it, then the second time retest, and then we dumped again back towards lower line of this support level. So at the moment, 2 hour time frame is in the bear zone. 1 hour time frame, it was nicely consolidating yesterday. However, at the moment, 1 hour time frame is under the control of the bears. So the levels are the same. At the moment, I'm watching 1 hour and 2 hour time frame. As long as 1 hour and 2 hour time frame we stay above $58,000, then we are good to go, and it shouldn't be a problem, as I kept mentioning this time, to break this important resistance level. As you can see, first rejection, second rejection, third rejection. If we're going to fail to break $58,000 and 1 hour, 2 hour time frames is going to be under the water, then we will see a further dump in the market. First level, it's going to be 54,000. I don't want to talk about 52.5 at the moment. When we break 55,800, then I will be looking at again $52,500. However, it's too early at the moment. As I said, if we can break and stay below 55,800, the first level that you need to watch around $54,000. So again, I would like to say that we will see some sort of movement within the 72 hour time. It's going to be more likely Wednesday or Thursday. Stay safe, and we came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.